Hey everyone, welcome to DOOZS Nerd Haven, and today I want to show you my pitch for a Batman cinematic universe. So it's pretty obvious that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is the most successful franchise out there, and because of this, many companies have tried their hand in making one. Star Wars is trying it out, Sony is with Spider-Man's villains, and it seems Matt Reeves is also starting his own Batman franchise with the Penguin TV show coming out on Max, and many other planned projects set in his Batverse. So I wanted to see if I could create my own Batman cinematic universe that could compare to the MCU, hopefully. But first, make sure to subscribe to be notified when Phase 2 releases. Like the video if you like the video, and let's get straight into it. So I'm basically going to be giving you a rundown of the movies in Phase 1. If we're going to start cinematic universe, the first movie obviously has to focus on the main character. So the first movie is titled Batman, Men and Monsters. This movie will be set about 1 year after Bruce has officially become Batman, and he's working completely on his own, even staying distant from Alfred at times. This Bruce will be very brutal and angry, acting a lot like how he acts in Batman Arkham Origins. Batman goes up against a metahuman made of clay who targets corrupt police officers. This is brought to Detective Jim Gordon's attention, who still believes that Batman is a myth, like everyone else in Gotham. At the half point of the movie, the commissioner will be killed by Clayface, and Jim Gordon takes over as commissioner. Alfred forces Bruce to go to a meeting in Wayne Enterprises, and Bruce meets Harvey Dent there, who proves to him that he can do just as much good as Bruce Wayne as he can as Batman. Harvey Dent would be helping Jim Gordon, but we will not see Two-Face in this movie, but I'm definitely setting it up. Bruce starts to reconnect with his old friend Ethan Bennett, who really starts to get Bruce to step out of the shadows. By the third act, Clayface is revealed to be Ethan Bennett, who had been mentally manipulated by Hugo Strange, the psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum, who puts Batman in a twisted grand therapy session to see what makes Bruce Wayne tick. Batman beats Strange with the help of Commissioner Gordon and Alfred. During the movie, Batman investigates the police department and meets Barbara Gordon, and she helps him hack into some computers, hinting at her becoming Oracle later on in the cinematic universe. A few other minor characters that would show up would be Dr. Harleen Quinzel, who gives Bruce a tour of Arkham Asylum when his investigation leads him there, Vicky Vale, who shows up as a reporter once in a while, and Lucius Fox, who gives Bruce his first suit and gadgets. In a post-credits scene, it'll be revealed that Hugo Strange was hired by a mysterious group to find out Batman's secret identity, and it'll be shown that Clayface wasn't the only monster he created. The next movie will be a sequel called Batman, Truth and Justice. Bruce grows closer to Harvey Dent, sponsoring and being his right-hand man in his mayoral campaign. It will almost be like Long Halloween, with Harvey Dent slowly becoming Two-Face throughout the movie, helping Jim Gordon and Batman solve the mystery of a killer who will be Hush. In this movie, Catwoman will be introduced as well as Selina Kyle. Bruce will host a fundraiser for the Wayne Children's Hospital that's sponsored by Harvey Dent, and will meet Selina Kyle. During the movie, Selina and Bruce will start dating, and it will be obvious Batman and Catwoman also have some chemistry. The two won't know each other's secrets, and it'll cause them to part ways at the end of the movie. During that same fundraiser, Bruce meets Tommy Elliott, whose parents were friends with Bruce's. The two would grow close throughout the movie, and by the end, it would be revealed Tommy was placing cameras throughout Wayne Manor and spying on him. Harvey Dent's transformation into Two-Face would be very akin to Long Halloween, but instead Hush would have blown up his home, scarring half of his face. This movie would dive deep into themes of identity, with Harvey Dent pretending to be this perfect guy. He's starting to lose sight of who he really is, and the worst parts of him are starting to show because of that. With Batman being this brutal demon of the night, and Bruce adopting this fake party boy personality for the public to see, who is Bruce really, and can he be happy? This question will go unanswered until the third movie, but will be developed in this movie as well. Hush will be revealed as Tommy Elliot, and he's somehow being mind-controlled by someone. He is about to redeem himself, but is shot by Two-Face. Harvey won't get too much screen time as Two-Face, like in The Dark Knight, but he will be focused on as a main villain in the next project, which would be a Max show called GCPD, focusing on the struggles of Jim Gordon and the rest of the police department, like in Batman Year One. The two main villains would be Two-Face, who's growing his criminal empire, and a cop killer called Prometheus. It'll be revealed Prometheus was raised by criminals, and they were killed by cops. Jim will have a complicated relationship with his family, always having to be on duty. And this season 1 will be somewhat inspired by Batman Dark Victory. Just like in Dark Victory, a mysterious villain will be killing cops every month, and Jim Gordon with the rest of the police force will be trying to stop them. One episode will be 1 month, and each episode will have a low-level villain, whether that's Mad Hatter or Salvatore Maroni. Batman will be in some parts, but only from the eyes of Jim Gordon. Prometheus is finally revealed to be Kurt Calhoun, who was Gordon's partner who faked his own death. Two-Face is put in Arkham Asylum, and Gordon repairs his relationship with his family and his wife after having an affair with the new DA. With her introduction in the second movie, Catwoman will now get her own solo film. In this movie, she'll go up against Carmine Falcone, almost exactly like she did in the Batman movie, learning at the end that vengeance is not the way. She'll live with her best friend, and after she steals from Carmine Falcone, he targets her and ends up killing Selina's roommate. This will bring back a secret hatred she has for Falcone, revealing that he is her father and killed her mother when she blackmailed him for money. Falcone sends one of his men, Hellhound, after her, and he'll basically be Catwoman's punching bag for the film. By the end, she'll expose Falcone and all of his criminal activities and will move to Bloodhaven, leaving her past behind her. Now comes the final movie of Phase 1, titled Batman Legacy. Dick Grayson, whose parents were murdered by Tony Zuko during a circus performance, would finally be introduced in this film. Tony was employed by Falcone, but after Falcone was exposed, he became desperate for cash and demanded protection money from the proprietor of Halley's Circus. Tony murdered Dick's mother and father when he was no longer able to pay for them. When Bruce would take Dick in because of how much he relates, Tony Zuko would be discovered dead in his apartment with a scratch mark covering every inch of his body. In this film, we would learn about the affiliation between Halley's Circus and a shadowy conspiracy, as well as the group that has been running Gotham all along. Batman will eventually learn that an anonymous assassin named Talon was the murderer after doing some detective work. Talon would turn out to be Dick Grayson's long-lost brother, and he and his ancestors have been working for the Court of Owls, an organization that people had previously assumed only existed in folklore. If Bruce hadn't adopted him, Dick would have grown up to be the next Talon. Solomon Grundy and Man-Bat, who Hugo Strange had made for the Court of Owls, engaged in combat with Batman throughout the film. The Court of Owls also had employed Hush and Hugo Strange in the first and second movie, and everything comes to a head when the Court of Owls blow up Wayne Enterprises. When Bruce finally finds out that his father had connections to the Court of Owls, as well as being one of its founders, he decides that his father's sins won't impact him, and teams up with Dick, who now has become Robin, to defeat the Court of Owls. As they unveil the Batcave to Dick and the screen goes black at the conclusion of the film, it will be clear that Bruce is truly happy with Dick and Alfred. But now the last project of this phase would be a Max show called Wayne. This show would focus on Thomas Wayne and his ties to Falcone and the criminal underworld, set before Bruce was even born. At least this season is. but also his relationship with his wife and Wayne Enterprises. It would show him working with Alfred, who would teach martial arts, and it would show his friendship with Tommy Elliott's father, and it would also have a hint towards Joker with the heist at Ace Chemicals going wrong, resulting in a man falling into a vat of chemicals. It will not show his connections to the Court of Owls yet in this season, but it will have small hints. It will also show how he's a good man, but used not so good tactics to gain power, putting him into dangerous situations. So that is all for my Phase 1 of a Batman cinematic universe. I hope you all liked it, and now we have a few storylines set up for Phase 2 that I'm excited to share with you all next. Subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I upload more videos like this, and like the video if you liked the video, and I'll see you all next time on DOOZS Nerd Haven. Bye.